Today we're going to be looking at Virginia Math SOL 8.3, Estimating Square Roots. And so our first task is how to simplify square roots using a scientific calculator. So let's suppose that we had the square root of 25. Well, I know that's 5, but what if you didn't know it's 5? Step 1 is that you enter the number under the square root sign. So that's going to be a 25. So on your graphing calculator, I'll go ahead and mimic it here. You push 25. And then you push the square root button on the scientific calculator. So you do 25, and then you hit that button right beside the divide, right above that parentheses. This is your square root key, okay? So 25, remember that button. So the square root of 25 is 5, okay? Let's say you had the square root of 64, okay? So again, 64, hit your square root button. You get 8. So you had the square root of 144, okay? 144, hit your square root button, it's 12, okay? Square root of 625. Okay, 625, hit your square root button, which is right there. It's 25, okay? Those are all very clean square roots. They're called, these are all perfect squares because they don't have decimals, okay? They're just a solid whole number, okay? Natural number. So some square root numbers, of whole numbers I should say, are negative. And you know that if there's a negative sign outside the square root sign. So the way you do that is, for example, this is positive. 25 square root, that's 5. Okay, square root of 25 is 5, but you have that negative sign, so it's negative 5. Okay. Square root of 36 is 6, but remember, 36, hit your square root button. That's 6. But if you have that negative sign on the outside, it's negative, okay? Square root of 81 is 9, okay? Negative on the outside makes it negative. And square root of 4, again 4, push 4, hit that button, it's 2. If you have a negative, it's negative 2, okay? Now, not all square roots are perfect squares, meaning they give you 5, 6, 9, or 2. Some give you decimals, and you need to be able to determine between which two integers the square root lies. For example, if I had $8.59, I have between $8 and $9. So you need to know where they fall on a number line. So let's go ahead and do some examples. Square root of 65. 65 square root. Okay, that gives me 8.06. We're going to treat this as money, okay? 8.06. 8.06 is between 8 and 9. It's more than 8, but less than 9, okay? Let's look at the square root of 51. Gives you 7.14. So imagine you had $7.14. That's between 7 and 8. Okay. The first number is always going to be that, if it's positive, and then the last number is going to be the one above it, okay? So $7.14 is more than 7, but less than 8. Here's tricky, okay? We have square root of 11, but it's negative. It's 3.31, but negative 3.31. Okay, that's between negative 3 and negative 4. That's if you're on a number line. You have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and it would be right there, okay? Now, this is how they word this. They'll say, which of the following describes a square root of 41? Okay? So 41 square rooted is 6.4. Okay? Is it between 5 and 6? No. 6.4 is greater than 5, like $6.40. It's bigger than 5, but less than 6. It's not between 20 and 21, nor is it between 40 and 42, but it's bigger than 6, that's the first number, but less than 7. So C. Well, thank you all. What I want you all to do now, there's nothing on the back, is I want you to go on to Power Test. It's called Cubbage/Gershon Square Roots. If you get above an 80%, then you're done with this. Otherwise, you'll do some IXL. Okay?